Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm starting at a weird place, I know, but I got a package from Celadon slime, so that's who I'm reviewing today, obviously by the title. And this box is too huge for me to put on the table and film because you wouldn't be able to see anything. You'd probably see like this and that's it. So I just wanted to do this from this point of view. So if you guys don't know, I'm going to explain like just why I got such a huge package. So I want to do some more like big boxes at some point from people, but one of the reasons that I did a big package from him is because he, as far as I know, he might change his mind at some point, but as far as I know, he's not restocking ever again. So I bought from his last restock, which is super sad but super exciting at the same time. Of course, he didn't have any deals or anything, but I got 9 slimes, and then as far as I know, this extra. And the reason that I'm not, okay, this would be a long video, I gotta explain that, with the 9 slimes, but 5 of them are technically the same thing. I'll show them all because I'll have to explain it when it comes to that point, but I just wanted to give a little insight while I grab this stuff because, you know, I'm at a weird spot. I know this lighting sucks and everything because it's just my light up here, like, on the ceiling, but I just wanted to explain that, like, I don't mean to sound rude or anything, because I am super excited that he sold out in 5 minutes. Technically, it was like 4, and I'm so happy for him because, you know, he never sells out, and that's part of the problem, because he isn't like the smallest, I almost said YouTuber. He's not the smallest slimer in the world, but he always struggled to sell it because nobody wanted to buy from him, and as soon as he's leaving, people care, and that really makes me mad because I've ordered from him more than once, and I don't know, he just always has to be like, oh guys, you know, if you can sell me out by then, I'll do this, and people still don't sell him out. But as soon as he's leaving, people go crazy, and like I said, I'm super happy for him, but I'm like kind of angry about it because you know, the people that really care about him, you know, didn't get some of the slimes that they wanted. I didn't get, I think, 4 or 5 of the ones that I wanted because they were stolen out of my cart. And, you know, I really did care about him, and I love Pokemon and all the stuff that he makes. Like, I love it so much. I've watched Pokemon all my life, played Pokemon. I've watched Steven Universe, and I think that's our Adventure Time. I've watched that too, and things like that. And then there's some people that couldn't even, like, spell this slime right when they said, oh, I snatched this. And, like, I don't really want to be mean, but I feel like they don't even know, like, what slime they grabbed, which is perfectly fine because, you know, if you like a slime shop but you don't know what they're talking about, I'd still buy from them. But, like, those people got them, and then other people never get to get those slimes. Like, you know, people that really wanted them never get to get those slimes again. And, you know, we were all ready to buy from him, obviously, because he sold out so fast. He even had to do some pre-orders because people recommended, like, that he do pre-orders if he could, and he did. And he didn't have any in the pre-order that I wanted. So I'm stuck, like, no, not stuck, but I have the ones that I got, which I got 9, which totals out to almost $150. I wanted to do a $200 review, so you don't have to stare at a box. You can stare at my cat. That's Luna right there, and this is Zoa. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of explain that because it just sucks that, you know, he sold out, and I'm hoping at some point he restocks, but that is up to him because he was talking about how stressed he was, and just, you know, I just felt pretty bad. So I don't want to rant too long because I've been ranting for like 4 minutes now, and I even showed you my cats because I was ranting so long. But I just wanted to explain just kind of what was happening. Good for him for selling out, but at the same time, I'm just, you know, I don't know, I don't know how to explain that without sounding like a brat or something, or making you guys hate me. Just please don't hate me or think I'm a brat or anything like that. It's just, it is upsetting. Like, if you guys bought from him and didn't get certain things, it's just upsetting. Let's just say that. So let's get into the review because I ran too long. So you can't see them all, but I have all the slimes. On this one, I found, I think, animal hair. Not a big problem. But this is all this stuff. So with the extras that I got, I'm not going to take it out of the bag, but this has the little borax, which it has a little Bulbasaur on it, and that is adorable. And he sent a little candy, and then his business card, which I obviously think is cute as well. And then he sent me an extra slime here, so thank you so much for the extras. That was definitely nice and unexpected. So let's unwrap everything, and hopefully nothing broke. So obviously you can't see them, but here are all of the beautiful, beautiful slimes. They were all packaged very nicely with bubble wrap. I even had some trouble getting them off, which is perfectly fine because then you know it's secure. And I don't know. I'm like actually in awe of how beautiful some of these slimes are, especially the ones that I got 5 of. Those are called random Pokemon slimes, so they're random Pokemon. That's why I wanted I originally wanted 3, but since so many things were stolen on my cart, I went back and got 5 instead. So I was like, yeah, more slimes and more Pokemon to get because I'm a Pokemon geek, you guys. I love Pokemon. I love playing it. It's great. But all the slimes are beautiful, and I'm just in awe. So the ones I missed out on, I wanted technically one of every slime except for the random Pokemon slime, besides his Mercy slime, and that is because I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe it's a Overwatch character, and I'm not an Overwatch fan. It was tempting though because it was a microfilm, and that one sold out. It sold out the slowest. Like it was the last one in a shop by the time I ordered everything. So I was really tempted to get that one, but I decided not to because I didn't know what it was from, and I'd just be kind of confused. But these are the slimes I got. So I'm definitely grateful for the ones I got, and I can't wait to get into this. So let's go because this video is going to be way too long. So starting off with the extra, I'm not going to talk about this one too much, but just like the other slimes, this is in a screw top lid container, and they're super durable and nice. I haven't had any problems with the slimes that I already have. So this slime initially smelled like alcohol to me, like wine. But it smells like a mixture to me. It smells like a mixture of wine and perfume, which isn't the best scent in the world, but I honestly think it's I broke already. It's gonna kind of grow on me, and it's just a light baby blue slime, and I'm pretty sure these are, yep, marshmallow foam beads. So really beautiful slime. It kind of reminds me of the ones that I see on Wish all the time. So it's super beautiful, but it is overactivated, and I do believe it is a glue-all base, but I'm not really worried about overactivation on extra slimes because it is an extra, and of course it can sit, especially since it's going to be coming warm out. But where I am, I have like a frost advisory right now where I am, and it's May, so I'm just really confused about that. That's probably one of the reasons it's still overactivated. But I kind of like this slime. The scent definitely, I think, is going to grow on me, hopefully. I don't really like the scent of wine, but overall pretty nice. So starting off with the actual review, I'm going to do a random Pokemon slime. I've heard so many good things about these, and that his clear slimes are great, so I'm definitely excited to try them. So this one is the only one that isn't just completely clear. It's got some color to it, and this I do believe is a Nidoking. It's kind of hard to see, but I do believe it's a Nidoking, which I love Nidokings. Definitely one of my favorite, I'm drawing a whole blank. One of my favorite ground type Pokemon. And then here we have a Wurmple, and this Wurmple is adorable. Funny story, actually, my very first shiny that I ever got was a Wurmple, so I think that's awesome. And here is a Excadrill, or an Excadrill if I want to be technical about it. And then this one arose to the top because it was upside down, but this is a Hoppip, I do believe. I'm under pressure. And then here's this one, which I do believe is a Zorua, and I don't really know what a shiny Zorua looks like, but this is purple. I don't know if maybe they just chose random colors, like the company that made the little charms, or what, or maybe if it is actually shiny, but I think that's super cool. So this is the one I'm going to try because this was my favorite Pokemon out of the ones that I got. So here's the cute little Zorua charm, nice and purple, and I love like the little moon glitters. I always found those absolutely like adorable in slime, and I love like the little purple beads. They kind of reminds me of sugar beads, but they're like tiny hard beads, and I've never seen those in slime before, so I think that's so cool. So the aesthetic of the slime definitely nails a 5 out of 5. So the slime overall is really nice. It does leave some residue on my hands like clear slimes do. And I don't know, I think my expectations were too high, but that's like honestly my fault. I don't know, they just looked great in the container. I don't know, I'm weird. When I see like a perfectly clear slime, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great, which it was great. Just the residue kind of, it gets under my nails, but there's almost nothing you can do about it. So I'm gonna give it a 4.8 out of 5 just because of the residue, but I'm not being too harsh about it because there's not really much you can do. So this next one he has never actually had before, but he made like a signature slime called Celadon. That's what I call it. I don't know if it's Dango or Dongo, but I call it Dango, which is like those little balls on a stick. I'm not sure exactly what they're made of. I don't know if I don't think it's mochi, but it's something similar to it, I think. I love like I'm pretty sure it's Japanese culture that made them first. I don't know. I'm all over the place, but I love their culture and everything. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But this was a signature slime, so I'm not the biggest fan of butter slushies, which is what this is supposedly turning into, but I just wanted to try it because, of course, he's leaving, and I wanted to have his signature slime. So I do believe this is scented, I don't remember if it was cinnamon donuts or the other one. Like, boba cereal is made out of 2 different scents, and one of them is his favorite scent, and that's the one that this smells like. I think this is cinnamon donuts, because boba cereal is cinnamon donuts and apple cider. I'm trying to figure this out. But he wanted to send it his favorite scent, so I was kind of happy because I missed out on boba cereal. I wanted a new one because mine's starting to, like, the scent is starting to fade. So I really wanted a new one, so that kind of made me sad, but at the same time made me happy that I was able to get something that is going to smell similar to it. So that made me happy. One thing I did want to mention that I love about his shop is that when he makes like extras that you put in the slime, he will slightly underfill it, and that way you don't usually have to get an extra container, and if you do, he usually provides extra containers with what you're adding in. So I absolutely love that about his shop. Definitely professional, and that way if somebody doesn't have a container, they don't have to throw away a part of the slime. So I just want to say it was fun assembling this. Hopefully it's fun mixing it. Sorry, I just hit the camera. I love the little leaves that he added and the little roses or flowers or whatever you want to call these. Super adorable. So mixing this was definitely fun. I had to add a little bit of activator because it was just the tiniest bit sticky. And this kind of turned more into like a clay slushie instead of butter slushie, which makes me happy because I don't know if I'm the only one that has this experience, but with butter slushies, they can be really nice when you first get them, but then the clay really starts to take over like it does in normal slimes, and then the beads fall out like absolutely terribly. Like the fallout is horrendous. So I don't know if that's just me, but that's why I was a little skeptical about getting this, but overall it's actually really nice, and I hope it stays kind of like this because it's pretty nice to play with. There's something definitely off about it that like it doesn't really have good bubble pops for some reason. I don't know if that's because of the clay or not, but I'm kind of confused on how to play with this because it makes good bubble pops, but it's a little difficult to play with. And I'm kind of scared that there's going to be bead fall. If you can't tell, they're kind of sitting on the edge already. So hopefully it doesn't. But overall, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. Definitely enjoyed this one and hope it stays true to its texture. This next one is Cookie Cat, and for the Steven Universe fans out there, this is obviously from Steven Universe. I just wanted to mention, I haven't shown the other ones, but I love the little labels that he has on the bottom. I don't really remember if he does them himself, but I do believe he does because he is a very talented boy. And I don't know, I just really like everything he does, and I wanted to try one of the cookie cats because I hadn't been able to yet, but those, like, they looked so good in the show, so I got the Oreo kind. I think for this restock he had the regular, the Oreo, I think a pineapple one, and I don't remember what the other one was, I'm sorry, but I wanted to get this one, and I've never had a slime with those, like, little waffle chips in them before, which are these. So I wanted to try that as well, and I absolutely love Oreos and thick slime, so everything about this slime just drew me to it. So it's definitely super thick and glossy and everything. I can definitely see how this one won an award. So I honestly can't tell if this is scented. I do believe it's supposed to be scented like Oreo, because I think I remember reading that in the description, but I really do smell like 99% glue all. I do smell something sweet in there, so I think there was a scent. It just, like, glue all really takes over, so you really have to add a lot of scent. But besides that, I love the slime. The little waffle chips in here make the perfect texture with it. It makes it harder to poke, but, like, the bubble pops are greater, so it kind of balances out that. So besides the scent, I really like the slime, so I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. This next slime is Charmander and Icy, and this one I was kind of skeptical about because if you guys know me, you know that Icy slimes are definitely not my favorite texture, but I love Charmander so much. Definitely one of my favorite starter lines, and I just wanted to try one of his Icy slimes, and I wanted different textures from him as well, especially, of course, like I said like a million times, he isn't restocking as far as I know. And this one just looked really cool, and he made it just look really good on camera, so I wanted to give it a shot. So the slime does have an initial wet texture, a pretty bad one, but Icy slimes kind of have that, especially at first before you, like, fluff it up and make it sizzle and stuff. And the scent is pretty good. It smells like, I'm not exactly sure exactly what it's supposed to be scented like, but it smells like oranges and cleaning supplies. I keep smelling cleaning supplies and stuff. You guys have pointed that out, but I really do smell cleaning supplies. I'm not lying. But I don't know, I love the scent. Definitely comes through in this, and the charm is adorable. So it does leave quite a lot of residue. I'm activating it right now just to see if that will help any, but if you guys haven't noticed, it does color change. So when I first started, it was more like a blood orange, and now it's more of a pumpkin orange, and it actually, like, besides the scent, this whole thing reminds me of, like, the canned pumpkin that you can get from the store, which I think is kind of funny, but kind of, like, I don't know, kind of cute at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but that's just kind of what it reminds me of. So activating it definitely helped with that residue. There is still some, especially under my fingernails, but that kind of happens with Icy slimes. It's kind of a give and take with that. I'm going to take off just a little bit for it, only because I've had experiences with Icy slimes that don't have residue. And the wet texture stayed, but I don't usually take off for that, especially with Icy slimes, because if you guys know how to make Icy slimes, they do have quite a lot of water. I almost forgot the word water. It has quite a lot of water in it, which I think is why this slime also has a slight jiggle. So I'm going to give this one a 4.8 out of 5. This last slime was definitely the one I almost said definitely twice, was the one I was looking forward to the most because I love Gyarados, one of my favorite water type Pokemon. And I remember it wasn't the very first slime, wow, one of the very first games that I played, but it wasn't the very first slime that, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm losing it. I can't even think right now. Okay, it wasn't the very first game that I played, but it was, I think, the second. I played, I think it was Pokemon Diamond, and I remember seeing the red Gyarados on the screen, and I remember back then, like, shinies weren't super big, so everybody's like, oh my gosh, you know, a red Gyarados is super cool. And I don't know, after that, I just definitely had an attraction to Gyarados, and I think a lot of people did. And this slime's an avalanche slime, and I've never done like a DIY one, but I wanted to mention once again, he slightly underfilled it, or I guess more underfilled it because of these two right here. I don't know, I love everything about this slime. I love the scent because it's chocolate covered blueberries and it smells great. And I love this little ball, it's adorable. So I'm gonna assemble this and then let it sit for a little bit, and then I will mix it together, and like, this is beautiful, and I'm like, my mind is breaking right now. While this slime is sitting, as you can see, it's already starting to go down into the other slime. And I think I want to explain the reason that it's doing that. This blue slime at the bottom seemed slightly underactivated, and then the other two seemed slightly overactivated. So I think just from the density, of course, it'll go downward, or, you know, since this one's underactivated, it'll be more moldable to go upwards, if that makes sense. And then in that little ball, it was kind of hard to get open, but it's fine because it was still cute. They have these little foam pieces. I'm not sure what they're supposed to represent, but they might be blueberries, since, like, because of the scent. I'm not sure, but I wanted to explain that the shipping took almost a month. I think it was like, I'm not sure, a few days shy of a month to get to me finally once it shipped. I think shipping took just about a week from when it shipped to when it arrived to me. And of course, then it took just about 3, maybe 3.5, 4 weeks for him to ship it. And he shipped them in waves. And sadly, I think I was like the very last order to go out. I don't think I was the very last one to order, but I saw a bunch of reviews going out on his site and things like that, and I was actually kind of getting scared, maybe like that he forgot to send mine, or that I wasn't getting updates, or that I got lost somewhere. I was so like sad and scared, but finally it got to me. So it did take longer than I think should have taken. He's probably not used to that many orders, so I'm pretty lenient about it, and I'm not going to take off like overall points from him, but I just wanted to explain that I think that's just a little too long. But again, you know, he hasn't been able to sell it that fast or have that many orders in that much of time, and I think he ran out of few supplies, so it's understandable, just a little, I don't know how to say that, like maybe annoying or something like that, just from my opinion, and just how long I had to wait, because as you guys will see later, I have a 2-parter for dope slimes coming out, so you guys kind of, whoever's listening to this right now gets a little sneak peek of knowing that. I bought almost $150 from them as well, and I ordered from them during the time that this one was shipping, and that one got here the same day this one got here. So as I'm doing this, I'm gonna, like, I'll probably be talking about a different video, but I'm doing 6 videos, like I'm videotaping 6 videos in a row, so I'm slowly losing my mind, and I don't know, like, I haven't been able to eat yet. By the time I'm done, it's probably gonna be 4 o'clock, and I've been filming since, I think, a little after 12, so I haven't eaten yet. I barely have anything in my system, but I'm grinding these out because I want to get them out for you guys, and I just want to be prepared. And 3 different shops came in at the same time on the same day, so yeah, I just really wanted to get them out there because I'm just so nosy. I want to know what slimes feel like and what I got and stuff, especially one of them I got from a subscriber, which I am so glad I'm going to be able to do that review. That just made me so happy that people were interested in sending me slimes. So I'm grinding these out, and hopefully I don't lose my mind. So I kind of got tired of waiting, so I kind of made my own avalanche. I hope that doesn't bother any of you guys, but I kind of started to mix it, and I think I'm really going to enjoy this slime, hopefully. So overall, I love this slime. I love the scent. I love how Celadon slimes represented like the ocean and everything. It definitely reminded me of the ocean. The slime is absolutely beautiful even after mixing it, and I love the texture because that overactivated white slime definitely pulled through and made it a very thick slime, but it still kind of feels like a clear slime, so it's like super thick. And I absolutely love this one. Definitely a 5 out of 5, and probably my favorite out of all of them. My high expectations were met and beyond. I love this slime. So once again, here are all the slimes. Congratulations to Celadon Slimes for selling out so fast. I am so proud of you, and you have come so far. You probably won't even watch this video, but I just want him to know, or you to know, that I'm so proud of you, and I love your slimes. You are definitely an inspiration to me, and why I wanted to do Pokemon themed slimes and movie themed slimes. Like, you are definitely the biggest reason why I wanted to do that, because I loved the slimes and I want to make my own interpretations of all these. I loved all the slimes. Overall, they were great. The experience was great, and I'm so sorry that I ran to the beginning because I know this is such a long video. But I don't know, I just love him so much. Definitely my favorite overrated, or not overrated because he's not overrated, my favorite big shot, because I love the theme and everything, and I really hope he doesn't leave, but that is his choice, and if that is what he chooses and he wants to pursue something else, I am with him all the way on it, because he is definitely going to do great things someday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this huge video. Definitely when I have bigger slimes, I'm going to do a part 2, like I said I'm going to do with dope slimes, because this was way too long and I ranted too much. But with that, I am signing off, and I will see you guys in the next video.